Have you ever spent the time to just relax and reflect on your day only to think, wow, I was on my phone a lot today? You know what they say, in order to begin recovery, one must first admit that they have a problem. Hello, welcome to Phone Addicts Anonymous. Please be seated. To break the ice a little and get everyone comfortable, I'll go first while you click the like button. Hello, my name is Tristan. I am 23 and a former phone addict. Now, the reason why all of you are here today is because you have come to the realization that you have an addiction to your phone and you are here to seek help from yours truly to get that added nudge to take action. Lucky for you, I tried breaking my phone addiction about 2 months ago and thought I would share my thoughts about the whole topic. Picture it. I was journaling about why I thought I've had so many existential crises in my life and kept coming to the same conclusions. That being that I was not putting in the time and effort on the things that I wanted to accomplish. I then compiled a list of the things that were using the most of my time while also not moving me forward in life. Of all the items that I wrote down that I believed were wasting the most of my time, you know what the number one was? My phone. Now, I had a feeling that was going to be the number one time waster, but you know, it's one of those things that you just don't really want to admit it until it's on paper. Then, you know, truth is out, whoops. So I just took that as a wake-up call to just bite the bullet and cut the cord with my phone. Besides, with everything going on in the world this year, I'd rather go out working on something that I'm passionate about than going out laying on my back on my 500th TikTok video. Honestly, after researching the topic, it was no surprise to me that the average American spends 5.4 hours on their phone and even unlocks their phone on average of about 100 times a day. Now, breaking my phone addiction wasn't something, you know, that happened overnight. One day I just implemented a bunch of steps and then bam, addiction gone. I'd consider it more of a month-long process of implementing new ways to better establish a healthy boundary with my phone, with the goal of me controlling my phone, not letting the phone control me. So the first thing that I started working on was trying to resist that twitch to pull out my phone in idle moments. And what I mean by this is when you're in line at the grocery store and you're just kind of standing there waiting, you know, you pull out your phone and start scrolling through stuff because your mind just doesn't want to be idle in that moment. So what I started doing to help resist this twitch to pull out my phone, reach for my pocket all the time, was I started doing things without my phone on me. And this twitch, this urge to pull out my phone was also happening when I was at home. So if I was in between tasks or, you know, just sitting on the couch, I would want to pull out my phone and start scrolling through social media, Instagram, whatever. And the thing I came to realize with that was I just needed to make sure that I had hobbies. So if I ever had a lot of downtime like that, I could be working on something more productive. So what I ended up doing to help me with this was putting a book next to my sofa on my side table. And I also did the same thing in my bedroom. And they're books that I am really interested in reading. And they're more of a, I tell myself I don't have enough time to read them kind of thing. So when I'm sitting there, even if my phone is with me, I see the book out of my peripheral and I just discipline myself to pick up the book instead of start scrolling through my phone. So the second thing that I focused on was making sure my phone wasn't distracting me. And this is actually one of the things that helped me the most throughout this entire process. My goal from the very beginning has been to get into a flow state while I'm working on my passion projects. So what's difficult about getting into or maintaining a flow state when you have a phone is the moment you see it, hear it, sense its presence, honestly, that twitch to reach over, grab your phone, and turn on the screen completely derails you from the flow that you're trying to have. It really reminds me of when I was on a no-carb diet and I would go somewhere and see something like a donut. My primal mind would completely take over, derail me from everything that I was thinking about working on, and just go, donut, 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 donut. Then by the time I fought the battle of resistance, I had forgotten what I was thinking about beforehand. And there's actually a lot more that I want to go into about eliminating the distractions from my phone, but honestly, for the sake of this video's length, I will be dedicating an entire video to that because there is honestly just so much I could go into about it. So the third thing that I started doing was treating my phone kind of like a work break. So this wasn't something that I set like an alarm to check my phone, you know, at 11 a.m. It was more of when I was taking a break in my day to, let's say, make lunch and eat lunch. When I'm done eating lunch, I'll spend maybe 10-15 minutes on my phone, and then once I'm done with that, I'm not checking my phone again until after dinner. The only exception that I made for myself with this rule was when I'm using my phone for work-related stuff or research, because that was the type of screen time that I knew I didn't need to eliminate myself from. And the fourth thing that I started doing to keep myself off of my phone was honestly wearing a watch. When you really think about it, you're pulling out your phone, unlocking the screen to check the time a lot more than you think. And the temptation to just hold down your thumb and unlock the phone is just so much greater. So when you completely eliminate needing to unlock your phone to check the time, you're just not even wanting to reach for your phone. It's just back to looking at your wrist. Oh, okay, it's 11 o'clock. So reevaluating my screen time on my phone, I discovered that I had shaved off, I think, 4 hours of phone usage every day. I was around 5 to 6 hours before I started doing this, and right now I think I'm around an hour and 35 minutes average throughout the week, and that's incredible. I've also been getting a lot of stuff done lately, and by this I mean I'm able to read more, meditate more. It's just like productivity times 1,000. So since lowering my screen time so much, I started to realize how much escapism has become just like a general part of everyone's life. And I don't think escapism is bad. I mean, I think I definitely need escapism for, you know, visualizing the future, the life that I want. But when you're on your phone so much, I realized that I was using escapism to escape from my life, but I was spending so much time escaping that I wasn't working on anything in my actual life. So I wasn't changing anything to make my life better. So if anyone is going to start doing this as well, I would just highly suggest focusing on the benefits you're going to experience by doing this. And then once you start noticing the benefits, you know, piece by piece, it will give you the reward system benefits to keep going and then help solidify the new habit. And with all of this being said, I am curious about if you guys have done any of this, and if so, what type of boundaries have you set for yourself with your phone that has really helped you stay off of it as much? I would really like to hear if maybe what you guys are doing is different than what I've been trying to do. And I guess with all that being said, I will see you down in the comment section. Goodbye.